Oh, well, hello. Jeez, let me get up for a second. All right, so I'm still waking up. I'm gonna get some coffee in me, eat a little bit, go through my normal morning routine here when I get up at the cabin, because I stayed here last night so I can get out the door early this morning and get some stuff done. Full day ahead of me. It's gonna be on fire, like literally on fire, because I'm gonna show you a cool fire starter that I came up with. So let's see how that all works out. But first, let's get my coffee on, eat some breakfast, all that good stuff. Fancy slippers. That's how high class I am out here. Fancy slippers. Delish. Got my breakfast. Now you might be wondering, what am I eating? Dan's eating cereal. So I do have a cooler and I put some almond milk in with it. But this cereal has literally become my favorite cereal going. It's called Magic Spoon. High in protein. So 13, 14 grams of protein per serving, and it has only 4 net carbs. So that like hits my nutritional window perfectly, for me at least. Plus it's gluten-free. My wife's gluten-free, so she likes to eat it. My kid has no idea that it's nutritious and anything else, so he just kills it. Today I was eating the peanut butter stuff, but we also have, or shall I say had, we had the fruity and the frosted. Fruity, empty. I mean, if people are gonna eat my cereal, please, they need to tell me so we can get more. But the fruity stuff is probably my favorite. I love it. And I know they make like blueberry, chocolate, so there's all different flavors. So I got a hold of them, teamed up with Magic Spoon. They gave me a discount. They're sponsoring this video. You can click the link below, get $5 off. The cool thing with them also is that if you don't like the cereal, they'll give you your money back. So sort of win-win, try it out. But it's good for these early hot mornings when you don't want to get a fire going, or you're getting out on a hike. Hammer this and you'll be good to go. So thanks Magic Spoon for sponsoring this. Now I know I just said the fire is gonna be hot, right? But we're gonna go make fire starters for when it cools down, because it is late August. It's gonna start cooling down soon, and the fall is gonna be here, and it's gonna be glorious. I just need some more fuel. Just quick. All right, so today's project has to do with strike anywhere matches. I think we all agreed on this channel a long time ago that these, although they work, and somebody's gonna say that it saved their life, I mean, they work, but they're not great, okay? So what we're gonna do is a little project that we can make these things more awesome by adding them to Fatwood. So we're actually gonna take some Fatwood, we're gonna split it down into small match-like, I just dumped them, small match-like sticks, okay, of Fatwood, maybe a little bit thicker. And then we're gonna take the tips of these and we're gonna attach it to the Fatwood. It's a little time-consuming process, but I guarantee it's going to be a fun one, and you're going to like to carry these things along. It's just fun. Let's do it. Okay, so the time-consuming portion of this is that we're going to take these matches. I'm going to use my Fatwood. You can use whatever you want, and we are going to smash off. Now you see I have a tray here because we need to smash off the tips. So we need to gather all of this stuff, okay? A lot of it. So you're going to be here for a while, but that's okay because we have the afternoon in the beautiful outdoors here, okay? So we're just going to lay a bunch down. I'm going to lay more, but just so you see what I'm doing. And all I'm doing is crushing. Now you can crush this however you want. Maybe you have a better way to crush these things off. I think that this works just fine. You want to use your fingers even, whatever you need to do. Just get all of this off and get a lot of it, okay? So I'm going to just keep doing this. All right, so I broke up some matches. Now I can continue this process for as many as I would like. This was probably about 20 some matches here. I also took a piece of Fatwood, I broke it down and have my end ready. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to moisten this with just a little bit of water. A few drops to make this more of a paste, and then the paste is going to get applied to the end, the same as a match would. Now with the water, you do want to be careful when you do this. You don't want too much water. I just take some drips, as you can see, like this, and then mix it around, okay? If you add too much, it becomes a little bit of a nightmare to work with. It just gets too watery and doesn't stick too well. So a little bit of water at a time, mix it around, try to make that paste. Think of a toothpaste consistency with this. And then that's what's going to go on the end. Another thing to be aware of when you do this is that it is going to take some time to dry. This is not going to dry immediately, so this is not something that you're going to do now and in 2 minutes have a match. Ideally, if you can let this sit 6, 8 overnight hours kind of thing, you'll be good to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pat on some of this. Just like that. Okay. There's a little bit on the backside, not a ton, but it'll be enough to get a good strike. We can even add a little bit more on here. You can also, as this dries, manipulate the end of this and be good to go. So I'm going to grab a couple more pieces of Fatwood, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to allow this time just to sit and dry. Like I said, takes a while. I'll use up the rest of this on other pieces, and I'll have myself some Fatwood matches. So here's our final match. You can see the material has dried up on the top of this, and we're good to go. So let's give it a strike and see how it works. Now, the same as if you're using a safety or lifeboat match, you want to get your finger up towards the top of that because it's going to create a weak point. And we also don't want to crack off all that hard work that we placed on there. Get it burning. We have ourselves our Fatwood match. Now you see I had to strike it a couple times. I was being delicate with it at first, and then as I was going along, I added a little bit more pressure, and right away we got it. So these are great, fun fire starters that you can make. They take a little bit of time, but definitely a worthwhile thing to give a try out here in the woods. A fun camp project. See how nice that thing's burning too. Imagine a couple of these down in the campfire. Love it. And there you go, you have today's video. Little insight to what I do here when I stay at the cabin by myself if I want a quick and easy morning, and a cool way to make a fire starter. So I'm gonna go out, get a couple more videos shot for everybody. I hope you enjoyed this one. Definitely give those Fatwood matches a try. Like I said, they're a fun project. They're easy to do. A little bit time consuming because you gotta wait for them to dry, but otherwise you're gonna love them, and you're definitely gonna keep them in your kit. So this was Dan Wakeup of Coalcracker Bushcraft. As always, check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com, and until the next video, stay in the woods.